Ladies, you've worked with some of the most handsome men in history, the most coveted male forms imaginable. You've dated them, you've married them. I mean, you are the world's experts in front of me on men. So I want to ask you, as I said before the break, if you could choose one man in history, either that you've known or not known, that you could go to a desert island with for, say, 6 months, who would it be? Nichelle?
Sean Connery.
Would it really?
Now.
Why Sean Connery?
I think he gets more beautiful as he gets older, and he doesn't care about what it just shows. And that's the actor in him, but more, it's his confidence. I heard
such a great story about him the other day. Michael Caine was telling it. And it was when they first started out, and they were both hot young actors, and he just landed the Bond film, Connery, and they went to watch a screening of a movie.
Yes.
And there were 4 hooligans behind them, drinking too much and insulting the film. And Connery turned around 3 times to warn them to stop. And when they kept going, he just eventually turned around, and Michael Caine said he watched him knock each of them out with a single punch. Bang, 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 bang. And I thought, there wouldn't be a woman I know that wouldn't look at that and go, that's my boy.
Yes.
Have you met Sean?
Yes, I have.
And did you get anywhere with him or not?
I got as close as I could.
Linda, how about you?
Oh, Johnny Depp, for sure.
Johnny Depp?
Oh, yeah.
You're going young.
Oh, yeah. Well,
really?
I said.
Well, a little pirate toy boy.
Yeah, I like older guys.
A little pirate toy boy, huh?
No, I don't think there's anything about him that's a toy boy.
Really?
No, it's like going on an island with 40
all.
people. I mean, he's so many different personalities. I just find him fascinating.
Do you know him? Have you met Johnny Depp?
No.
Would you like to?
Oh, yes.
If he's watching, have you got a message for him?
Well, I'm happy he's married and he's got his life. I don't want to plan on taking him in the desert.
I don't think you're happy about that at all, are you?
No.
I think you'd like things to go badly wrong quite quickly so that the island experiment can be enacted.
I'm just looking for fascinating. If you're going to be there, you may as well have fun.
I'm a bit disappointed. I've got to say that we've got halfway down the table and no one's mentioned my name yet, so... Angie, over to you.
No, you said except you.
Fair enough.
Yes, okay.
I eliminated myself from the inquiries.
Can't you jump to Stefanie?
No,
I don't know,
you first. No, but in your case, here is a woman, you romance Sinatra, you idolise Brando. I mean, there is barely a heartthrob that you haven't had some kind of working or personal connection with. So your choice is, come on, you can't hide.
You know who I would take if, I would take somebody, this is going to sound, I know, ridiculous, but somebody like Winston Churchill.
Really? Who
could tell me stories and have that, you know, brilliant. Frank could sing to me, but I'm sure he couldn't tell stories. Like somebody who had, or Stephen Sondheim, again, I mentioned him earlier, but recently I've looked at his stuff, but the story of somebody very successful who had such, like Harry Belafonte, had such a full life that I could just lie back and say, tell me all about it.
So let me just spell out the obvious here, which is it wouldn't be about sex then, it would be about stories.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we've gone for Johnny Depp here. I think we all know.
Oh, yeah.
No?
Well, I would take him.
You wouldn't want sex with Johnny Depp?
No, it isn't. You wouldn't. It wasn't. The choice was not based on sex.
No, but you've kind of gone for a younger,
it's on
sexy model.
He's fascinating.
No, but Churchill on an island, I mean, I mean, he would be amazing, I agree.
Oh, yeah. But somebody like that, and he's not around, so what does it matter? You know, you have to think, you'd have to take one of somebody who entertains you, somebody who you like sex with, somebody who eats dinner great with you. I mean, I don't think...
Churchill could make a great speech every morning. Can you imagine?
Oh, my God.
Waking up to Winston Churchill with a cigar.
Yeah, I like that.
We will eat breakfast on the beaches. Yes, we will.
And they're right here. Well, thank you.
I think that's a great choice. Stefanie, how about you?
Oh, gosh. Well, my first thought, of course, was Bill Holden, because he was always very good on safari. But I thought, well, maybe Napoleon, because he liked Polish girls.
He was tiny, though, Napoleon. Yes, he was only about 5'3".
Maybe I could have convinced him not to go on to Russia.
Yeah, but you're quite a tall... How tall are you?
I'm about 5'7½".
See, I get uncomfortable when I see tall ladies with very small guys. It never quite works for me.
you don't notice when they're like
No,
Napoleon.
well,
But you would
depends
on Desert Island. You'd be in
No.
loincloths. There's not much escaping from that.
No,
But it
He
depends
had
on
a
the
big
small
personality.
guy.
Old Bonaparte, he had a big personality.
On a similar theme, let me ask you, Angie, who's been the great love of your life?
Frank.
Frank Sinatra?
Yeah.
Why Frank?
Because he was smashing.
Was he?
Yeah.
Was he as great as I imagined him to be?
Yes. Beyond. There was something about him that was just amazing and comfortable at the same time.
And was he good with women, do you think?
No,
No?
not all.
Really?
Yeah, not all. I think the women that he chose were certain kind of women who found him as exciting as he wanted to be found.
Really? That's
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah.
That's
yes,
true.
right?
Yes.
And for those women, he was a wonderful, could be a wonderful guy. You know, I think there was a side of him you didn't want to know if you were a woman.
Do you know this for sure?
Yes, I know this for sure.
Okay.
Wow, that's
Well,
fascinating.
I had to
I didn't
ask
like him very much.
because,
Really? That's fascinating.
yeah.
Nichelle,
I
who,
liked his children.
who-
They
who-
were all great.
in your case, who would be the great love of your life?
Well, I don't want to answer that because he was the great love of my life. Well, he was an actor. His name was Frank Silvera, but I'm not going to say who. He's deceased, but he was the great love of my life.
Really?
Yes. He was a great actor. Broadway. Finally came and did films. He was much older than I, and he left me because of that.
Really?
Yeah, so because he felt that I was going to have a career and that he would stop that career. But he was the great love of my life. He was everything a man needed to be.
When you experience that,
Intelligent, artistically, beautiful, sensitive, and kind.
when you have that kind of love and then you lose it, can you ever get it back with anybody else? Do you think?
I don't know that that's so. I don't think there's just one person in your life, but I think it might be that one person comes along and fulfills everything in your life that you expected. But I was very, very young, and I still love him, although he passed away. I still love him as I did when I first met him.
Wow. Linda, how about you? Who would be the love of your life?
Well, I've been fortunate in that I loved my first husband so much. But I would say Yanni would
Really?
be the love of my life, yeah.
That's nice that you've got that now.
Hey, I love that you can love more than once.
That's
I mean,
right.
madly,
Exactly.
passionately be in love. I think it's really sad when people think they have it once and they can never have it again.
True.
I don't know why love wouldn't be generous, why you can just have a little bit of love. And so I feel really blessed that I've had the outrageous love that I've had in my life.
Stephanie?
Oh, well, of course, I think that William Holden came into my life at a time in my life and in his life that was an extremely strong connection. And so he was most passionately and intellectually and spiritually the most important man in my life. But I, too, found somebody else at a different time, in a different kind of love. And he's in my life now.
That's great. Well, look, we're going to have another break now, so we can all recover from this love bombing that's been going on here. And when we come back, I'm just going to talk to you all about trailblazing. All of you in your own way trailblazed, I think, a path for the modern actresses, and I want to talk to you about that.